sweetheart?
Yes.
Are you afraid, honey?
I'm back.
Well, why don't you come with me?
Howard Stern!
Yeah. Rock me, you devil.
Excellent!
Yeah.
Me?
I'm nuts. Look who I'm sitting here with. These guys sound better. I was just listening to them in, like, rehearsal.
In rehearsal?
I got to join this band.
This is your band.
It's a good-looking band. It's a cool band. See, how do I work these mics? What do I got to do?
What is he
It should be working.
So what's happening?
Say
Can
something,
we talk
Scott.
to them?
Right here. I'll talk to you first, and then talk to the other dudes. Are you blending in with this band, or are you sometimes accidentally calling them Stone Temple Pilots?
No, man. We're Velvet Revolver, a rock and roll band.
Now, let me get this straight. What happened was, you were in Stone Temple Pilots last time I looked around.
Yeah, that was last time I was here was about 2.5 years ago.
Right. You were with those guys, but they were a pain in the ass because they freaked out every time you went into rehab. Do I have that right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just, it seemed like every time I turned around, I was in the back of a cop car. But, you're the only person who can get away with asking me those questions anymore.
Well, it's so fascinating. You know what I mean? And what is the new band's policy? They're like, hey, we love when you're in rehab.
I think we've all spent a lot of time, every one of us.
Has everyone been in rehab in Guns N' Roses, pretty much?
I think that's where they met.
I think we've all been to rehab.
Roommates.
Yeah.
Were you guys roommates?
Roommates, yeah.
In rehab?
Yeah.
No kidding.
There was 4 bunk beds when there was 2 guys from, like, the high desert.
Yeah.
Like, out near, like, Riverside.
Right.
Area. Speed Freak guys, and then me and Scott.
Man, what were you on?
I like cocaine.
So you were on coke.
Yeah.
Scott was on heroin. You guys,
cocaine and tequila was my combo platter.
Right. So you guys said, hey, wait a second, we'll take you to be in our band because what do we care? We know what it's like. Slash, were you ever in rehab?
Yeah, I went once.
What were you in there for?
I was in for heroin.
Oh, no.
Follow it up with that word either.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I went for a little while and then I straightened myself out.
What a hip rehab facility.
Well, they wouldn't let me out. I had to force myself out.
Oh, I see.
You escaped.
All right, so Slash was in rehab. Matt was in rehab.
We know Duff was.
Duff, you were definitely in rehab, right?
Yeah, you've seen it before and after.
Dude, you look incredibly ripped, like you've been working out or something.
Yeah, same old thing.
Hey, you look good.
Here, yeah.
Hey, you look good, man.
Thanks.
And what were you in rehab for?
Oh, I ended up in the hospital. My pancreas blew up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm into that.
How do you do that?
You abused it for a long time.
What was your drugs? Heroin?
No, a lot of cocaine, a lot of
Right.
pills, and a lot of alcohol.
Wow.
Was it cool when your pancreas blew up?
It was not cool at all. No.
Could you feel it? I mean, does it make a loud sound?
Robin, it's third-degree burns on the inside of your...
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Well, Scott's a piker compared to you.
I gotta add that Dave Kushner over here is pretty much the sponsor for the whole band.
Dave, have you ever been in rehab?
Actually, I haven't.
You
I'm
haven't.
the only one that got,
You're high now.
straightened out.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Thanks, John.
So is everybody off everything now? I mean, is everybody straight
Everybody
now?
clean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we're all now members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
We started that.
No, we're just joking.
Because, Scott, you don't sound straight.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's the thing is that's the reason why we're able to be out here touring and doing what we're doing is because we are all clean. And
well, let me ask you a new band.
Anybody got a chip? How many chips do we have?
If Scott, well, let me ask the other band this. Like Slash, if Scott has to go back into rehab, are you going to dump him from the band, or are you going to stick with him, unlike Stone Temple Pilots?
I'm never going back into rehab.
You're not?
I'm never getting loaded again. This is like the
way
my life is, going to be now.
Scott, I love it, but even I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Hey.
Come on. Scott,
I've seen...
every time Scott comes in here, he tells me that.
Right. Well, all things considered, I've seen...
I kicked my habit a year ago.
Did you really?
And I'm just not going back into that.
Yeah. Well,
It's
after
just
this
the way
appearance, you might want to. You never know. After I get through with...
Besides, I want to get one thing clear. You mentioned earlier, while we were back in the room, that my wife and I are divorced. We're not divorced. We decided not to.
Oh, really?
I went through major things. I decided I needed to, become a man. That was one thing different than when I was sober for a couple of years. And the woman made me jump through hoops to get her back, and I had to go to hell with the squirt gun,
right.
Literally. And
what do you mean you had to go to a squirt gun?
Hell with a squirt gun.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
And, it was definitely, we took a lot more than getting sober.
She gave you the ultimatum, and then,
it was more than that,
She moved out.
It wasn't about just getting sober.
Right.
You had to fix everything.
It was a lot more than that. I mean, I kicked my habit a year ago, and...
what did she make you do?
We just got it together just a couple months
What'd you have to do to get, you had to know more other women and stuff?
No, it's just a lot more than that. So I just
no drugs.
Clear that up because I heard say that we were divorced.
Well, I'm glad you're together.
And I am divorced, but I'm remarried with somebody else.
No kidding.
It's been a while since I talked to you last. I've been married. I've got a second kid on the way.
So this is a different hot chick.
Yeah, Cuban hot chicks.
Nice.
Slash could be on the next divorce.
Yeah, we don't know who you're married to. No, the hot chick you were married to in my movie, you're done with her.
That was Renee, yeah.
We're done with her.
Yeah. And then
how come we got rid of her? Was she a pain?
You know what? I don't think I was ready for that.
Me neither.
And she wasn't crazy enough. Whatever the deal, I don't know. you know how that goes.
If you see her, you tell her I'm ready for her.
All right. Yeah. I've not seen her since, and then I've been remarried for a couple of years.
Oh, no kidding.
Have you?
And I've got a 20-month-old baby, and I've got another one coming.
Who's the new chick? A new model?
No, well, that's what they say, but she's a lot more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to meet her.
She's a scientist as well as a model.
Is she really?
In her
model?
own way, because she puts up with my ass.
So now, when Axl left the band, nobody understood that. That was crazy, right? But now you got Scott. Scott's a great frontman.
Let me get one thing straight on that one.
Go ahead.
The band sort of left Axl.
Okay.
He just kept the name. And then we're not all really, Duff and I were original members, and we recruited Matt because he was the best drummer in the world.
Right.
And originally, he was in the Cult.
Right.
So
by the way, great band.
Yeah.
By the time Guns N' Roses and Matt came together, it was almost on the way out.
Matt, what happened to the Cult? I don't understand.
Ian Astbury singing with the Doors now. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, no. But that band was so great. They never hit it really big.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
I don't know.
That was some of the best music I ever heard. Yeah, you guys understand that?
We had a lot of fun. Ian's lyrics were a little maybe over everyone's head, in America or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't really get it out in the Midwest.
Yeah.
My point was, it's not Scott joining Guns N' Roses. It's nothing like that.
Everybody coming to the table. Now, Scott, what happened with you and Stone Temple Pilots? I mean, those guys, what's really going on there?
There were just years and years of us going through getting loving each other, and then there being I think a lot of jealousy at times, and then, there were periods of us using drugs together.
Right.
And then, there were periods of...
where you were just using.
When then, a couple of people would clean up.
Right.
And then I would be getting loaded by myself, and then I would clean up, and then, we would get loaded together, and then that cycle would go on and on.
If you guys had just all gotten loaded together all the time, it might have worked out.
It would have been one big happy family. But,
are those guys mad now that you're with this new band?
You know what? Actually, we went through a period where on our last tour where it got really bad, and then I didn't speak to them for a long time, and then we started this band, and then when we were recording our album, Velvet Revolver, Robert and Dean happened to be producing the Alien Ant Farm album, the latest one,
right.
And they were in the room right next to us at NRG Recording Studios, and it was a really uncomfortable situation, obviously. So finally, I just decided that, I have to be the man in this situation.
You have to commit to one band or another.
Well, no, I have to go over and make amends to them and kind of own up to my side of the street, because the last time that I saw them was in the dressing room, and it almost turned into a fist fight. between Dean and I. So
that would have been cool. Who would have won that
I wrote a letter
fight?
to him and got the letter to him and just really apologized from the bottom of my heart. And, he ended up coming up to me and, saying, everything that you said is exactly the way I felt. And we gave each other a hug and we spoke. We talked about it for a long time. And then, and really cleared the air. And then the next day, Robert came up to me and then we basically shared the same sentiments. And then that made me feel really good. I think they felt the same way. And so that was about 7 or 8 months ago.
Have you heard from them since?
So is there still a Stone
No,
Temple
you know
Pilots?
what? Mary and their wives speak very frequently. And
so there's no animosity?
No, not any longer.
So is there still a Stone Temple Pilots?
You know what? I don't really...
Who knows?
Who knows, but if there will ever happen again, like anything way down the road, but I just can't really see that happening. And this is an actual band. This isn't a one-off project, Velvet Revolver. This is a band that we plan on having a long career for. I plan on this being the thing that I close out my rock and roll life with.
Wow. All right. Well, that's a cool commitment. What is it, Gary?
Hey, I got a question for the guys from Guns N' Roses. When you guys saw Axl on the MTV Awards a couple years ago with that band and that Buckethead thing, were you guys embarrassed for it?
I didn't see it.
You never seen it?
I refused to see it.
Like a year later.
Why do you refuse to see it?
I was going to school at the time, and having kids, and I just didn't see it.
What kind of school?
Going to school?
I went to a nice Jesuit school.
Jesuit?
Yeah.
What, high school?
No, yeah, right.
What kind of school? What were you studying?
Thanks, Robin.
What were you trying to learn?
Finance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were going to be a businessman?
I'd like to go over my portfolio with Duff. So I saw it a year later.
Slash, why do you refuse to see it?
It was one of those things where I got a bunch of phone calls one morning and leaving me messages going, what was that whole thing about on TV? And I didn't know what anybody was, what it was.
Yeah, what is that,
and so I called.
Why couldn't he be with you guys? I don't understand.
I've been gone for a while. Duff had been gone for a while. Matt had been gone for a while. It was over with. When it finally ended, it was like no turning back kind of thing. And so when I heard what it was the MTV Awards, and I heard the reaction from the people that saw it, I didn't want to see something. I didn't want to leave, have that memory of whatever Guns N' Roses was. When I left, it was still sort of cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's over for that, right?
Our memories are pretty good of the.
It was a great band. Great band. I got to get more ink. Oh, you guys got major ink.
See, as soon as you see guys who are all tatted up, you think you need to do that, too.
Yeah, sometimes my ink goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, but I don't have a tattoo of myself on my ass, by the way. I don't know where you heard that.
Who said that you...
on your arm.
Who said on your arm it's a tattoo of you?
No, it's a chick. Her name's Shirley. She's sort of my alter ego, I think.
So you're sticking with the wife? You're not having sex with anybody else, huh?
I've been 100% monogamous.
Wow, look at you.
I know. Isn't that funny?
That's crazy.
That's a little depressing.
But have you been on the road?
Yeah.
Right.
This is going to be our 7th gig on Wednesday, right?
Okay.
They all live vicariously through me. I'm the only single guy.
Wow. And you guys aren't doing any... You guys don't even do mushrooms or anything?
No. The last
kidding
thing...
me. Scott, you're allowed to do mushrooms, aren't you?
Nothing, man. I have
Really?
to say that, the judge and the DA were gracious to allow me to tour, and every single show day, I have to do a urine analysis.
Are you
Dude,
kidding?
you know
every single show day.
You know you're hardcore when, like, a judge and a DA have to let you go on tour.
That's the truth, man.
Right.
Well, can you imagine, having to go in a cup before you go on stage every night?
Yeah, during
cool.
the show day, at some point during the day, I have to can do the old...
Wow.
With all due respect to Scott, man, he's been through a lot.
Yes, he has.
To get to this point where we're all here together right now. So.
you're the only person that I know.
So
sorry.
effing. Effing.
Secret.
You got like a
so
7
effing sick of talking about this stuff that I've just refused.
What, with drugs and everything?
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, you got to talk to me about it, man. I love this stuff.
You and I have a long relationship.
You know what, though? I'm fascinated by lives out of control. Like to me, I have such like my father used to yell at me every day, and it would be like, he would say to me, he got the whole world by the balls. How do these guys, he'd always talk about, how do these guys throw it all away for drugs? But then I went and did drugs anyway.
But you didn't get messed up.
No, I always have my father's voice in my head going, oh, man, I can't screw things up.
You take 2 drinks during the week and you go, oh, I got to go to rehab.
Yeah, I start taking drinks and I think I'm addicted.
Well, I'm just fearing the day
I've got some weird governor in me that doesn't allow me to do anything. Almost like RoboCop. You know, he had that one thing he couldn't kill that one guy because he had it built into him. That's me with drinking. I always get scared or drugs.
You'd be a crazy drunk anyway, so it's all right.
Oh, you should see me when I'm drunk, man.
I can see you.
He
right
just laughs.
From this vantage point, you look like you've been here for about 18, 19 months.
Yeah.
And I can see with a bottle of Jim Beam right there.
Oh, yeah.
And Robin, you'd be in trouble.
Aren't I a happy drunk, Artie?
You are the happiest drunk I've ever met in my life. You just start laughing
He's
at
like
everything.
a baby, like a retarded baby.
So it's more than twice a week then.
Scott, what do you like when you're high? Are you like a retarded baby like me, or are you different? Are you mean and aggressive?
No, I'm not. You know, somehow I always land on my feet.
Right. Do you miss it?
No, I don't miss it at all, actually. It's
I know Slash does.
Bad memory.
No, I don't.
You don't miss it?
It took me a long time to get to that point, too. But finally, after enough of what you call relapses and going, you know what, the morning after, it's just not worth it.
You don't even drink?
I still drink a little bit.
That's what I thought.
I was talking about the dope. You know?
Right.
No.
I'm just fearing the day when my pancreas blows up.
Yeah, Artie's got to drink.
You didn't know about that.
Yeah, I never heard of that happening.
Artie had 500 Jack on Waters in Vegas.
And 10 million shots of tequila.
Oh, it's Vegas.
Hey, Howard, I got a question for the Guns N' Roses guys. You guys must be offered boatloads of money to do like a reunion. Do you guys even talk to Axl anymore? Would you ever perform with him again?
No.
No way.
I don't think it's an issue between. I don't think Axl would do it. I know we wouldn't do it.
When was the last time you spoke?
The money's been unreal.
Axl's got fat. He got fat.
I don't know what's up with him.
Dude, come on.
It's so. I'm not in that loop.
You never run into him?
No, I haven't seen him since the day I quit.
So what about that story we heard that Axl was performing somewhere and Slash was standing in the back of the room or something?
No. It's not that big a deal. I went to go see New Year's of year before last, I guess it was, or a year before that. I went to go see him in Las Vegas, and I wasn't allowed in.
Oh.
It was a big thing around the entire building. It was like to make sure I didn't.
Why did you go?
I went because I saw it. I was actually in a hotel in Las Vegas, like right before that, like in December, and I saw an ad for Guns N' Roses with a new logo and all this stuff. You know,
that had to piss you off.
It looked exciting. No, it looked exciting. It was like I'm going to go see Guns N' Roses, a band I used to be in.
You know, I'm a big fan, but it does appear that Axl lost his hair and has some sort of hair weave.
I have no idea.
And his voice seems to have been affected by something. It's not as strong.
And he looks like he had plastic surgery on his face.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
I didn't
right?
see any of that.
Scott, did he?
I don't know. There's something going on with the eyebrow part.
I've been in the best seat in the house for 3 bands that I've been in, right? The Cult with Ian Astbury, great front man.
Right.
Axl Rose,
right.
Great front man.
Great front man.
Scott Weiland is the world's greatest rock and roll front man.
He
right
is great.
Now.
He is
okay?
great.
We've got Scott Weiland.
No,
we don't need to talk about.
You guys are making me blush.
We don't need to talk about Axl anymore.
Yeah, come here, Scott. I'm gonna give you some anal right now. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Better than Justin Timberlake?
100 times. He's the expletive.
All right, so this is a real band. You guys are gonna stay together.
That's one thing we've picked up over the years.
Right. You guys are all happy to have found each other. Yeah. It is a love fest.
It's something like that, I guess, you know.
Now, the new album is out?
It's not out yet. It comes out June 8th.
All right. And what is this going to be, the single, the one you're going to perform today?
We're going to do an acoustic version of it, sorry.
Yeah, this one is the single right now. Currently the single. It's called Slither. And you know what? We're going to do it acoustically, like Slash was saying, but because I think we were unaware that we could actually do it electrically, and
you could do it any way you want, but you know what? I think acoustically will be good cool. Because I'll tell you something. On this, with this radio station, the less sort of the acoustic somehow always sounds better. I don't know why.
Well, then it worked out perfect.
I couldn't imagine a stack of Marshalls in here right now.
Yeah, it always gets muddy or something. You know what I mean?
A little early for that.
I don't know. I would have dug it, but
a little late for you, wouldn't you think?
Well, I think this is a great collection of musicians. I am excited to hear your music. The Velvet Revolver album, Contraband, featuring the single Slither. What is Slither about? Does that mean? What does Slither mean exactly?
Slinky sounding.
Slinky.
Well, it's got that sort of a dual meaning, but let's just go with the sexual side of it.
Really? All right.
Darkly sexual, so.
I like that. Available in stores on June 8th. And there's going to be a whole Velvet Revolver tour. You got to go to velvetrevolver.com. And I think slither must mean heroin or something.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, I believe I understand.
Let's go with the sex.
I think I've tapped into something. All right, I'll leave you guys alone. Do your thing. Let's see. See if I can make this happen.
Do it, right? Yeah.
I guess.
Oh. If memory serves. Wow. 2, 1, 2, 3.
Nice job, boys. I got to get in a band. I'm wasting my time here.
It is the most fun thing to do for a living.
It is. Looks like fun when you guys are having. Scott, you weren't having fun?
What's that?
You didn't seem like you were having
Oh,
fun.
well, they didn't have my mic on or...
That's typical here.
Yeah, you don't expect things to work.
The headphones weren't working? Oh, man.
Yikes. Well,
Sounded good.
Well, I was kind of guessing.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I know.
It sounded great.
I did. It was all by
accident.
It's a good thing you know the song, because we won't help. We'll never help you.
All right. Who are you mad at? Because don't be mad at me. I can't figure out how to make this stuff work either. We don't really have it together.
No, so it wasn't you guys, actually.
No?
That's the beauty of it, though.
Oh, good. As long as you're not mad at me.
Not you guys.
Yeah. I'm sure it's my fault somehow.
No, it's not. Don't worry.
I don't bust balls enough. Hey, you guys sound good. I do wish you a lot of luck with this.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's doing really well.
It's really happening.
I don't know. We just started playing before the record's out, and the crowd is responding like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, great!
It's been a great start, and it's a great rock and roll band.
How do you write all this stuff? Like, what, Scott? You write the lyrics or something, or what?
Yeah, it's really a collective thing, though. We have a really strong work ethic. We rehearse 5 days a week, and because of that, someone will come up with an idea, like a riff, and then we'll all sit around and kind of jam on that.
Right.
And, kind of start whittling away at the idea, and then record, what comes out of that riff. That riff will turn into a song, and then record it to DAT, and then I'll throw it into...
I'm writing this down because
you're going to put this
I'm
together
gonna do
with
this.
your band.
I'm going to do it with my band.
And a melody to it, and then then we'll sort of all figure out some harmony ideas, and a lot of times because Duff and Matt are such good singers as well, those guys will do the backup parts, the harmonies, and then we have a song.
And where's all this going on? Somebody got a studio? Or?
Where do we go to, Slash's house?
North Hollywood or Burbank?
Over Burbank.
It's got a warehouse that we all sort of...
You go to a warehouse?
Yeah.
That's cool. I got to
Dan
do
took
that.
it over. It's a rehearsal space as well as a recording studio.
That's cool. And didn't you bring chicks over there, too?
Why?
Not these days, man.
No?
Apparently only Matt gets to bring
Robin,
Matt's a
Robin, you know what? Fess up, Robin.
You guys are nuts.
Robin's
you guys should all be single.
She's been over about a dozen times.
She bring chicks to rehearsal.
No, Matt's the Prince of Hollywood.
Yeah, I bet.
It's true. We do all live
that
vicariously
Tommy
through the
Lee guy,
night.
that Tommy Lee guy has nothing on me, man.
Nice.
Nothing.
I like that.
Dave, our guitar player, our new guitar player, Dave. Well, he's not our new guitar player. He is our guitar player.
Right.
Because we're not new. We are all new.
It's confusing being in a band.
We're new, but we're not. But he's new. But Dave got married right before we went on tour.
That was smart.
I said, Dave, I don't know if that's a good idea.
We joked about that.
You need to go out and experience
you guys will screw up. Don't worry. You'll see. It'll all be that way.
I've done it, been there. I don't think so.
We'll see. You never get told.
I got enough on my plate with the one I have. I don't think anybody's going to touch that.
Really? How many times a day do you have sex with her?
As many as possible.
Really? She's that good, huh?
She's wonderful.
And she does it all. That's
You haven't
good.
met Pearl yet.
Dave, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, you got the greatest rock and roll band in front of you right now, dude. They haven't even put out a record. Put out one single so far, I guess. I haven't even picked it up yet, but I'm going to see you guys on Friday, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, now where is this show Friday?
Roseland.
Roseland? I should be there.
It's Wednesday. That guy's going to be late.
Oh, it's Wednesday.
No, I'm going to see him in Philly.
Oh, in Philly. All right.
So, guys, I can't wait to see you on Friday. I'll try to shake your hand or whatever at some point. But
yeah, we're going to rock, man. We go to Jugular on this tour.
All right, good. That's good. All right, let's go to Mike. Hey.
Hey now.
Hey now, Mike.
What's up, brother?
What's going on? Guess your question.
These guys are amazing, dude. Just amazing. I mean, no arguments, no fights, no nothing. It's all on, everything's on the DL.
Well, wait, they haven't gone on tour yet.
Yeah,
we have.
Oh, yeah, but it's
so
the
give
third.
me tickets for Wednesday's show or what?
I don't know. I don't have any
Come
tickets.
on,
Oh, go buy some tickets. These guys want money. What's the matter with you? Yeah, Ron, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I'm still on hold.
You're talking to Howard now.
Oh, I am?
Yes, go ahead. Say something.
Excellent. Quick question. What's going to be with the new concerts when you guys go out?
What does that mean?
We're out on tour right now.
Well, what's your question?
My question is being a huge Guns N' Roses fan and a huge STP fan, this is like, almost a dream come true that you guys would get together after thinking that you guys are both gone.
Oh, so what do you want to know? If they're going to play songs from each band?
Exactly.
Yeah, what about that? Scott, are you going to do some Stone Temple Pilots, or is that forbidden?
You know what? Actually, we do. We play, we play a couple Guns N' Roses songs and a couple STP songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they cover a couple of ABBA tunes, too, which is a surprise on the tour.
Poorly, though.
Yes, on purpose. Eric, you're on the air.
Polka version.
You know what this is like with you guys coming together? It's almost like if Pam Anderson and Carmen Electra merged into one person.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's the first. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, you can quote me on that on your album.
That would be one smart chick.
Eric, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Scott, and Flash, I want to congratulate you boys from sticking it out through rehab, man. Nice work, and you guys sound awesome.
Yeah, that went by all right.
It's really good to hear you guys play.
Okay. All right, Tommy Lee, you're on the air.
Tommy Lee.
Julia DiMatteo got whacked on The Sopranos.
That's not true.
Devil.
That's not true, Rob. Let's go to...
I don't believe it.
Let's go to Chris. Chris, go ahead.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey, brother, go ahead real quick.
How you doing, brother? I love these guys. I'm going to tell you, oh my God, I do shrooms. You guys think the shrooms? I do shrooms and coke.
They don't do
Get all
shrooms.
banged up and listen to you, oh my God, I love it. I love it.
They don't do shrooms, these guys.
No, last time I did shrooms, it was a nightmare.
It's from the earth, man. That's
Yeah, right?
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is everybody allowed to drink, or are some people not even allowed to drink?
Scott, you can't even drink?
No drinking.
No,
the rest of us, not at all.
And Howard, you've known me for long enough. I don't drink anywhere near as I...
Yeah, you're actually...
Our first meeting was on...
Great to that.
Yeah, you were wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
Can I ask Duff something? When your pancreas blows up, what happens? Like, how does that get repaired? What went up?
If you're lucky enough for it to repair itself, which I was.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of guys die from it.
See, I heard you killed a 14-year-old boy and took his pancreas.
Well,
That's not true, right?
that guy can't play the bass.
Because he'd still be drinking to this day, I guess.
Yes, Jennifer, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I don't know who I'm more excited to talk to, Howard, you or the guys.
You're more excited to talk to me.
Howard's infinitely more excited.
Yeah, I'm way more excited.
Well, thank you for taking my call. I don't really have a question, just a statement. I've been a fan of all of you guys respectively for a lot of years, and I think it's amazing that you guys have joined together for this project. Each of you a musical genius in your own right.
Thank you.
Also, specifically, Scott, I wanted to thank you. I met you in Soho on Saturday night, and you were nice enough to stop and give me an autograph, which is going to make me very popular with my students. I'm a professor at a performing arts school. So.
She must be a hot chick if she got...
Professor of what?
English.
Professor of Vagina. Are you a hot chick?
I don't know if I'm in a position to answer that question.
How much you weigh? I'll tell you.
Wait. Get into that position and then we'll...
How much do you weigh?
125.
125, and how tall are you?
5'2".
No, you have to be 6'4" for the 125.
Howard, I think I'm too old for you anyway.
How old are you?
29.
Yeah, you're too old for Scott, definitely. Scott, do you often stop in and sign autographs or only for hot chicks?
No, you know what? I think it's fine to sign autographs as long as it's not for a whole entire crowd.
No, I see.
Yeah, he was wonderful. He was, there's always that one rock star that you say, I would love to meet, and I had the opportunity to do that, and he was very sweet, and I thank you for that. And I wish all of you guys luck with this project.
All right,
it's
baby.
amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, but
That's the professor. Wow.
She's about to teach English in about half an hour.
That's right. What is it, Sal?
Yeah, I just got a question for Duff and Slash. I'm a huge GNR fan. I love you guys. I got mad respect to you. I'm also rooting for the new Guns N' Roses, though. And the question I have is, if you guys are moving on, why are you guys suing Axl now?
Yeah, why are you suing Axl? Are you guys suing Axl?
You know what? I don't even want to get into that.
I do. And Duff does.
Go for it, Duff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been kind of thrown askew of what exactly we're doing. To just kind of outline it, it's we all own the songs. We never sold or publishing.
Right.
And Slash and I are actually the only remaining members of Guns N' Roses. And we've been trying to use the songs like for good movies, Black Hawk Down, and it got blocked
by Axl.
Yeah. And so we're just trying to get the rights to use our songs.
So how do you do that if he's got one of the votes?
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
By the way, didn't you guys write all the songs and Axl basically got some credit?
Well, no. I mean, all things considered, it's a long story, but basically he's sort of cock-blocked everything. And
really?
So it's gotten to the point of going, you know what, we appreciate your artistic stance on what goes where, but this is ridiculous.
How does he block it, though? I mean, if you guys...
know what?
Yeah.
Howard, I got one more point. Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
I got one more point. Just so it happened to Scott right now in the studio, happened to Axl at the MTV Awards in his defense. Everyone's ragging on his performance at the MTV Awards. Exactly what happened to Scott happened to Axl.
You couldn't hear himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but Scott sounded good. Yes, Stein, go ahead.
Hey now.
Hey now.
How you doing?
Hurry up. Last question.
That sounded unbelievably sick.
Well, these guys are going to go out on tour. They want you to come see them. They want you to buy the album.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
All right, I'm 33.
Okay.
Just met this 19-year-old, unbelievably gorgeous blonde.
All right, now you're asking him something he knows about.
Yeah, he can tell you about
Good
that.
about lawsuits. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
What do you do here, Slash? Is it okay? Can I bring her to the show with me on Wednesday?
Is it okay for a 33-year-old to date a 19-year-old, Slash?
And she's willing.
She's over 18. He's fine, man.
There you go. There's a guy who's, who knows.
You just can't buy a pack of cigarettes for her. That's
Hey,
Slash. What if she's going to be 18 in like a month? Is that okay?
You have to wait.
I don't know. I don't think you can get away with that.
Can I get a pair of tickets to bring her to the show and hook you up with her, too?
I don't have any myself.
I don't either. All right.
But he's the new Dear Abby of rock. Come on, ask him a question.
Yeah, right. Get your information from me.
Well, you guys, look, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you found each other. I've known Scott for a long time. He's always come and done the show, and I love him.
You got to come down to a gig, man.
I'm going to come.
Come Wednesday night.
I can't go out Wednesday.
You got to play on a weekend.
You play on a weekend.
Hey, Howard, I got a gig for you.
All right.
You can play with the band.
Nice.
Play cowbell.
Cowbell. Why do you insult me?
Did you see that? Did you see that the other night?
Cowbell's a very important part of the song, especially on one of the Guns N' Roses songs.
The only song that Cowbell ever worked on was Mississippi Queen.
No. It was Fear the Reaper, remember?
Oh, that's right. They had it in there, too. Well, I'm insulted.
We need cowbell on It's So Easy. We're going to play It's So Easy.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle.
Velvet Revolver does.
Oh, that I could do.
There would be nothing cooler than to see you walk out and just play cowbell for the
You know what? I don't mind playing cowbell. It's just like, what do you do with the rest of yourself during the song? You know
That's
what I mean?
it. You just play cowbell.
It's hard to get into.
You drink.
Yeah, and you can come up and you can sing on the chorus of the song.
You don't want me on that.
You wanted to do that all along.
I know. Well, you guys, listen, I wish you a lot of luck. You guys are all good guys. You deserve success. You've already had success. I guess you deserve success again. Velvet Revolver album, Contraband. Certainly an appropriate title.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah. It sort of follows you guys around, Contraband.
And good luck with your war against the FCC.
Forget it, man. I'm going down.
You will prevail, though.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you will.
Trust me, I've been battling with them as well during the setup and the launch of this record.
They didn't want any curse words?
Man, you know what? I have never seen so much censorship in the entire 10 years with STP.
Wow. Yeah, I know. We've taken 20 steps backward. And who cares anyway? Why is everyone getting so crazy?
All of a sudden, right?
Right. And
it'll go away.
It's not just with the curse words. It's like when we were editing our video, and it just goes on and on.
All forms of expression.
We weren't allowed to have bodies in our video without heads on them.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Like you can have the body with a chick, right?
Right.
But she has to have the head attached.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Why is that in real life?
It was only females, by the way.
You can cut off a guy's head.
It's degrading.
That's how all porn movies are done.
Yeah, you couldn't just show like an ass. It had to be like the ass and her head.
You're kidding.
It's important.
Although there is a double standard because in hip-hop videos, of course,
everything.
It's all
anything goes.
Yeah.
It's all about the ass.
Yeah.
And no heads.
Right. Hey, are you guys angry with the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No.
Are you feuding with them?
What?
I don't know. Some guy called in it. You are?
No.
No one is? Want to start a feud?
He said, not at the moment. The whole band just whipped around.
Let's get something going.
That's something we weren't aware of.
No, you know what's funny though. I think I might have an idea where that came up, where that began. We were doing a photo shoot, and I don't remember which magazine it was, but it was about a month ago. And the photographer was trying to get us to act crazy, and we're like, you know what, man, we're just not that kind of a band.
We're not crazy.
Yeah,
That's where that
and he's
came
like,
from?
well, just act zany, and we're like, you know what, we're not the Chili Peppers.
Right.
So
okay,
perhaps that's where it sort of began. Somebody on the
somebody heard that.
Heard that.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain rock poses you do. You know, we're more like, you know, the serious rock.
Like you kind of sit there.
And they're like all zany and
Right, they're jumping up and down.
You guys don't get naked and put a sock on your penis?
No.
None of that good stuff.
It's sort of let's get this over with. Scott's great at it because he knows exactly. He just looks good from this get.
You love the F word.
Hey, Howard.
If they ever take away curse words, Slash will be mute.
I don't think Slash has had a sentence on the air yet because everything gets bleeped.
Howard,
Yeah.
isn't this thing, this new FCC?
You're bankrupt.
You guys have a delay though, right?
We do. We do.
We got it clicked off.
All right, listen. I'm going to listen. Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
I have one more quick question. This is kind of like a cliche with bands, but how'd you come up with the name, Velvet Revolver? How'd that come up?
It was a very last-minute thing.
Right.
It started with the name Revolver, and then Scott came in with Velvet, and we put the two together, and there you have it.
Just liked it.
It looks good on paper.
Right.
Anybody going to relapse within the next year? Guaranteed.
Hey, Howard, is everybody still still rich from their other bands? Like everyone still got tons of money?
Everybody still have tons of money?
Could you never work again if you didn't want to?
Duff's the richest, actually.
Is he really?
That's why he went to finance school. He has so much money.
It's the truth.
Might be too rich for this band.
But like playing rock and roll has never been about dough. It's not. We're not doing this again. I'm not. We're like the pure musician guys. You know?
Scott, you got to have millions, right?
Got a couple houses.
Yeah, right. You got to be loaded. Slash, forget about it, right? I mean, unbelievable.
How much did you lose to the first wife?
Oh yeah.
You know what? I sort of go along the way that Duff goes. It was never about the money. So I know what I've got, but I've spent a lot of it along the way. So
you got more than 10 million?
It's not really an issue.
You got to have more than 10 million.
I'd like to think I'm worth that.
Right. Wow. And Matt's just pissed because
we get to give me some then.
Yeah, Matt's like, wait, that goddamn cult didn't pay off.
It's about the money for me.
It's amazing to think how much money you actually spent foolishly, though. You know.
I tried to give it away.
I can only imagine what you spent money on.
Really. But you, when you're young and you're a kid, you make it in music. All of us made it in music.
And what did you do foolishly?
When you're basically a kid, and you don't. It's just.
What'd you spend money on that was really dumb? Besides the drugs.
I mean, it's like when you're young and wasted, you just spend money on stupid things. You practically give it away.
Wow.
And now, like sort of doing this all over and, with having the beginning of having success with experience, have the opportunity to kind of do it smart, be smart about it.
When you're young and you're wasted and rich, the people around you tell you to go out and spend it on this, that, and the other, so that you don't pay attention to the fact that they're spending your money as well.
Right. Exactly.
I never spent my money on drugs, man. People always gave us drugs for free.
Right. That's the trick.
They want to hang out with you. So people say, "Oh, you blew all your money on drugs."
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, I got to figure.
What you do with your money when you are wasted.
I got to figure your habit could be satisfied on about $150,000 a year.
Exactly. That's what you do with your money when you are wasted.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Right.
And on top of that, they never give you enough drugs for free. You got to buy some too.
Well, you do get greedy.
Yeah, you guys could afford drugs. That's the shame of it all.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works.
Keith Richards, I mean, that was probably hardly any money for him. His drug habit.
That's why
it was a different time.
Right.
Still high.
All right, listen, we got to go. Everyone check out Velvet Revolver's tour dates. Go to velvetrevolver.com. Thank the guys for coming in, and Contraband's a new album coming out. June 8th. All right, we'll be back right after this.
95 X. Duff from Guns N' Roses. He's a real riot until he comes to the door to pick up your daughter.
Hey, Gary. This is Duff calling. I got your message. It's 12:30 or something. Quarter one. It is. In the afternoon. Here on whatever day. What is today? Wednesday. Okay. We gotta go to the offices of that metal shop place or some it's on 6th Avenue, I think. 666 6th Avenue. So it's 6th Avenue. Last minute after there at 1:30. So try to reach there, yes. Okay, thanks, bye.
Howard Stern Show.
Those are the old days for Duff.
And then his pancreas blew up.
His pancreas blew out.
Right after that call, he went into finance school.
Tonight on E! Experience Day 2 of our Vegas trip. Rob and Amber are on. Watch the audience scream out. Show us your T, the T word for breasts, at Amber, and the whole thing goes way downhill. But you're going to love retard bowling.
Oh, that's
see all the excitement tonight on E!
That's tonight, the retard bowl, and that was great.
It's hard to interview those guys, because Slash always says the dirty words, and
I know.
Scott doesn't like talking about rehab, but I'm fascinated by all that.
Well, yeah, I guess he's, like Artie, he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're fascinated.
Yeah, I like lives out of control. I mean, I like to hear about it.
You might as well revel in us.
Yeah.
You're out of control, and let us know what's going on.
Yeah. Scott, the engineer, has got to stop with the embarrassing handing out of his son's CD to my guests.
I'd like to know how he makes the move.
We even said to him beforehand, well, Gary said, you're not going to hand out your CD to the band. And he goes, oh, no.
He lies.
Then he got a hold of Slash and you know what, I wanted to stop. I mean, I know he's proud of his son and he's into it, but, you know, these are my guests. And I've asked people not to bother my
Yeah, you
guests.
don't want him harassed while they're in the studio, but I have no idea where he's making the move. Is it in the green room?
I don't know. I don't know how it all works. Does anybody know how Scott works it in? And it's kind of not funny to me.
Because he's kept it hidden. You can't see him doing it.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's not.
And he doesn't understand that these guys are being nice because they're here with me. You know?
Right.
He's taking advantage of that.
I haven't seen that move get made, but it's got to be incredibly awkward.
Yeah, it reflects on me. What's the move? Do you know how he gets the record into their hands?
No, and I just called him, and I said, come on down, and he goes, I'm busy now. And I said, get your ass down, and he goes, I'm recording Slash. So,
yeah, well, you know what? I really need to have that conversation with him.
Yeah, Fred said he heard that he did it. I didn't even know that he did it, so I don't know what his move is.
But didn't you have a conversation with him about it?
We had a conversation on the air.
I mean, even if I didn't, I may or may not.
When does he make the move? Someone was just telling me.
I'm not sure, and I don't know if they want to be, I don't know if they want their identity divulged.
Revealed.
Because I was kidding with him, saying, I'll bet you're anxious to get your son's CD and Slash, and he goes, no, not bothering him at all. I stayed away from him. And then I found out right after that, it's like, yeah, he did it.
Whoever saw it.
He did it before they came on the air.
Where does he do it, do you know?
I'm not exactly sure.
Here he is.
Now, he'll probably call me a liar and get mad at me, but that's the truth.
Scott, what's going to be? Every one of my guests has
I didn't give anybody anything. I don't have any CDs from Vertigo Blue. I have nothing. I didn't give anybody anything. They're working on a new album, which will be out in about a
somebody
month.
told us you worked the album into Slash's hand.
I gave nothing to anybody. I have nothing.
Fred, you were wrong.
Oh, my source told me.
I don't know what your source is drinking, but...
Unless my source wishes to come forward, then I guess...
Where is your source?
Corrected.
Coward.
I don't know if they want to be revealed.
Come here and confront
Here I'm yelling at poor Scott, the engineer, didn't even do anything wrong.
I don't want anybody to have any CDs yet because it's not ready.
Oh.
Here's the
You
source.
have been giving it away.
No, I mean...
That's my source.
Surely.
Oh, surely.
Where did you see that?
Here's the deal. This is what when they first showed up.
Something's wrong.
Something is wrong.
Go ahead, yeah.
When they showed up, Scott was talking to him in the hall, And then me and a couple of the guys were kidding around with him, and we were like, "Oh, did you hand him the CD?" And he goes, and he said to the effect that he did hand him the CD, and Ronnie said, "Well, how come he got a CD? I didn't get a CD."
I was just teasing with him.
Oh, I see.
Guess that's the joke. Did you hand anybody a
All right, I'm sorry, man. Shirley threw you under
I
the
knew
bus.
better. I did it once. You said don't do it again.
All right.
And I didn't do it again.
I heard him say he handed it. It wasn't intentional.
It was
All right, now
I
I
was
feel
being
bad.
funny with Ronnie.
I apologize.
I apologize too, Scott.
Thank you,
So-
Shuli. Who
All right,
asked
Shuli.
you to come here?
Yeah, right. Shirley.
Go back to Vegas, will you?
Right. Thanks, Shirley. Thanks, Scott.
But there will be a CD coming out soon.
All right, fair
Then I'll
enough.
think
You're entitled to it. I'll plug it when the time comes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not available yet. Don't play.
All right.
Not available in stores.
Scott the engineer, everyone.
Manager of Vertigo Blue.
Yeah, manager and engineer of Vertigo Blue.
Music the way you want it.
Groupie, roadie. He's everything.
Guess Slash wasn't good enough to get a CD.
Hey, they don't rate.
So do I.
You think so?
I know he turned real red when I was kidding with him, so I think I caught him in something.
Wow. Yeah, Paul, we got to do the news next, so
I got a bone to pick with you, Stern.
thank you.
I TiVoed the Sopranos last night, and you let that caller through that blew the whole ending there.
Well, he blew it for Robin, so I figured we should blow it for everyone.
It's your duty to hit the button, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, you could have hit the button for
You want to know something? I've given up hitting the button. That I let Dead Air Dave and Tom have their party back there with the button. I don't even control the button anymore.
You have served the sanctity of my TiVo viewing prejudice,